That's what happens if you don't, if you violate them. If your violation is willful, okay, that's a bad one. That means intentional and knowingly commits a violation. Plain indifference to the law. I can't talk anymore. You guys can read that. Okay? $70,000 for each violation, $5,000 for each willful violation, up to $70,000, and a minimum of $5,000. Serious violation, substantial probability of death or serious injury. Okay? And it says the employer knew or should have known of the hazard. Okay, mandatory penalty up to $7 grand. Other than serious, that means a little less than this guy. Direct relationship to safety and health, but probably would not cause death or serious harm. Still up to $7 grand. Repeated, same or similar, doesn't matter how serious it is. If they keep having the same one over and over again, $70,000 for each repeated one. That means they didn't learn their lesson.
So if they have a repeated violation, would they get docked for, like if it's a willful one and they do it repeatedly, would they get docked twice?
The willful and repeated?
Yeah, for everyone after that, yeah. Every separate violation, okay? If you do this violation, you get tagged for it. You do it again, you get tagged. I mean, that starts adding up. Big companies could eat it, but little companies can't. Give an example of a reason why OSHA would conduct an inspection at your workplace.
Fatality report, catastrophe report.
Okay, the reasons, okay, are the imminent danger one. They can call and announce everything, but that they typically don't announce it. Okay, if there's chance of somebody getting hurt or dying, that hasn't happened yet, but somebody reports and calls up and says, "Look, guys, they're having us do this. This is the hazards. This is the seriousness of it. If you don't get down here quick, somebody's going to die." That's imminent danger. Okay? No, she will evaluate it, and they'll call and say, "Hey, stop what you're doing." The reason they announce it is if they wait and don't announce it, and between the time the guy called and OSHA decided to make an inspection, and the time OSHA shows up and a guy dies in there, then OSHA could have prevented that by saying, "We're coming in and doing the inspection." So imminent danger, they'll tell, "Hey, stop what you're doing, we'll be down there." Okay? Anything else, OSHA doesn't have to announce. If there's a fatality or a catastrophe, if you have complaints or referrals, and if you have any kind of, if you guys are frequent, people frequently get hand injuries, okay, they'll come and see why. Because you have to report them on your 300, all these violations, right? So if you have 800 hand injuries, OSHA's going to look at it and say, "What are you guys doing to get 800 hand injuries?" They'll probably do an inspection. Okay, the violations are right there. Willful, serious, other than serious, and repeated. Where can you go for help? Sources within the workplace, work site, outside the workplace, work site, how to file an OSHA complaint. Okay, your employer actually is a good source of information. Okay, union reps, MSDS if it's chemical, any kind of label warning signs, your orientation has to cover it. So save your orientation stuff at your job site. And any tasks or procedures will, if it references OSHA, it'll have to have that in there. There's the OSHA website we went to. It has numbers on there. You can call them or write them letters, or you can look it up. Some areas have these offices. NIOSH is OSHA's sister agency. NIOSH. You'll also, NIOSH you'll see in, like out at the site, you see a lot of NIOSH stuff, okay? Occupational Safety and Health. Any training institute, Salt Lake City has an OSHA Training Institute, and that's where I went to get certified to teach this. And it gives you a whole list of places, okay? Number 9, what's number 9?
Safety and health resources.
Oh, that's just a list of people you can contact. So if you have a union, you know, whether you like unions or not, unions have all this information. If you have concerns, union is a good place to go. Okay? So just take a peek at number 9, that's places you can contact. Number 10, what's number 10 say? Oh, that tells you how to go through it. You know, the best way to learn is just to start playing and go through it. There's a lot of cool stuff on there. And I said if you guys get to a job site and you have to do some kind of report on something or some kind of training, look at the OSHA website. How to file an OSHA complaint, that's number 11. Okay, identifying safety and health problems in the workplace. Common health hazards. What does it say? Review the handout to become more aware of workplace hazards. Discuss if anyone has discovered safety or health problems at the work site. Okay, so this talks about health hazards, how they enter your body, what kind of harm, effects, cancer, reproductive effects, sensitization. If you've had some injury, see if any of this applies. I had heat stroke. Since I had heat stroke, I have deteriorated rapidly. Slips, trips, and falls. Caught in stuck or moving machinery objects. Fire, explosion, transportation, confined space, violence, like somebody shoots you in the shoulder. Piss your ex-wife off. Okay, the other handout I gave you is acronyms, so that's just for the whole OSHA website. Filing a complaint. Download the OSHA 7 form from the website. You can file a complaint online. You can also have, if you have a union, you can have a representative file it for you. Telephone or visit, complete the form. OSHA will always determine if an inspection is necessary. And you do not have to reveal your name if you don't want to. Okay? The complaint form is 12. There's all of them there. There's different for general industry. There's a scenario that we can go through if we choose. Supposed to break in groups and review the scenario on how to fill out a complaint. I'm just going to read the general industry one to you. Okay? Completing the complaint form, be specific. Include all appropriate details. The information on the complaint form may be the only description of the hazard the inspector will see. The inspector will base his or her research and planning on this information. You want the establishment's name, address, type of business. Be thorough and specific. The inspector's research on the company and industry's hazards will be based on this information. Hazard and description location. The hazard description is the most important part of the form. Your answer should explain the hazards clearly. If your complaint is about chemicals, identify them whenever possible and attach copies of labels or MSDS if you can. Identify the location so the inspector will know where to look. Has this condition been brought to the attention of the employer or other government agency? You should indicate on the form if you have tried to get the employer to fix the hazard before filing the complaint. That doesn't mean you have to. They want to know if you've told them. You should indicate on the form if you have tried to get the employer to fix the hazard before filing. Also, if another agency such as local fire or building department has been notified of these hazards, OSHA may want to consult with them. There's a block on there that says, do not reveal my name. OSHA will keep your name off the complaint if you wish. Remember that discrimination for health and safety activity is illegal. If you are a union representative, you may wish to have your name on the complaint. So if you keep your name off, if you put your name on, they can't legally go back and ham you for that instance, okay? But like somebody brought up before, they can manufacture other things for retaliation. So it's your call, but I personally would put my name on it if I felt that strong about it. Signature and address. It is important to sign the complaint if you want OSHA to conduct an on-site inspection. Also, your address will allow OSHA to send copies of inspection-related materials to you. So, that's how you fill out. That's the important parts of this complaint form. Okay, it's got to be specific and thorough. Okay, and they're all the same for all of them. All right. So, questions for review on this topic. What are some resources inside the workplace that will help you find information on safety and health issues? MSDS, all your employer provides all this training for you.
Website.
Okay. website.
Your orientation handout, look.
Training,
Member union, co-workers, I'm reading the answers. Supervisor, manuals. 2, what are some resources outside the workplace that will help you find information?
OSHA.
OSHA, NIOSH,
Library.
library, right, good. Okay. Summary. We covered the importance of OSHA, including history and safety of health regulation leading to creation of OSHA, and OSHA's mission. Worker rights under OSHA, employee responsibilities, OSHA standards, OSHA inspections, and safety and health resources, including how to file a complaint. Okay. OSHA's mission is, okay, pay attention to this. OSHA's mission is the safety and health of you guys, workers, okay? It doesn't necessarily protect the employers, doesn't protect the general public. It protects workers. Creation of OSHA provided this important right to workers. I'm reading off the test, by the way. Okay? What does OSHA provide you guys with? Safe work environment. Okay? It says safe and healthful workplace, right? OSHA provides you with just a safe work environment. Okay? That's it. Okay? What does MSDS give you information on?
Chemicals.
Chemical stuff. What records do you guys have the right to review? Your medical records. What else? 300 form. Okay. Any posted summaries for the last 5 years, any citations, that kind of stuff. But only yours, not everybody else's. The only information you get from anybody else is off that 300. And that just has a name and the type of accident, not any specifics. Okay? What are some of the rights you have during an OSHA inspection?
Be there and watch it.
participate,
To participate, privately talk to the inspector, point out problems, okay? What protects you, or where does it identify the fact that you guys have the right to not be persecuted, or that you have protection from being a whistleblower or complaint? Section 11C, very good. What are some of the responsibilities employers have?
Provide water.
Provide a safe workplace.
Provide water if it's under 19, 26, or whatever. Okay. They got to provide you with certain PPE. Safe work environment. Training. They got to provide you with training. Okay. What else they got to provide you with?
Your medical records when asked.
Yep. One ask. Okay. Construction is also known as